Well, I'm super excited to introduce Reem to all of you. Ben and I had a time to talk to her last week, and if you ever just met someone who, at the first conversation, is just she's genuinely interested in what we're doing and certainly devoted to world peace. Ben highlighted some of her many accomplishments and just want to note again that she's the executive director of Rotary Action Group for Peace. Reem is an international speaker where she's addressed cultural, economic, social, and political topics. And we're very pleased to have you here, Reem, and I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Nicole and Ben, for inviting me, and thank you all for being here today. I very much enjoyed getting to know you a little bit more, and I'm excited to share with you about the Rotary Action Group for Peace. So I will share my screen and my presentation. Today, my presentation is going to hopefully inspire you to take action for peace with the Rotary Action Group for Peace. To start, I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Palestine, and as Nicole and Ben mentioned, I'm a Rotary Peace Fellow, originally from Palestine. So where I grew up, these are some of the images for me that convey peace and violence and everything in between. So on the right hand, you can see a bird on a military wire, to me symbolizing the tension between freedom and oppression, which is the story that I experienced growing up in Palestine. And on the other side of the screen, on the left side, you will see the olive branch, which is a symbol of peace. And these two images are from Palestine, and they symbolize the extremes of peace and violence that you experience there and all the gray area in between. So I want to invite you all to take a moment and think about your own peace and conflict images. What comes to mind for you when you think about peace and conflict? So I'll give you a few seconds to think about that. And hopefully if you have some images that are vivid in your memory, you can share in the chat with everyone and inspire one another to bring that to the surface. Later, I was empowered by Rotary International to, because of them, they offered me a scholarship and a fellowship under the Rotary Peace Fellowship Program. And here's my class of Duke UNC Rotary Peace Center. I joined the Duke UNC Rotary Peace Center. And here's a picture of all these amazing, amazing individuals from around the world, changing the world every day. And here we are, our launching pad is the Duke UNC Rotary Peace Center, celebrating our milestone of achieving more advanced peace education and skills that the world needs from us to make it better in our respective fields. So why the Rotary Action Group for Peace is important, and why it is also important for me to be part of the Rotary Action Group for Peace. If we look at the Global Peace Index, which is an index produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace. And the Institute for Economics and Peace is one of the leading actually the leading think tank on measuring peace in the world, and one of the top 15 think tanks in the world. And it is a partner of Rotary International. So according to the Global Peace Index, as you see in this heat map, you will see that peace, although it is a universal aspiration, it's not a universal reality. And if you look at this map, you will see that the areas or the regions with the red color has more conflict and violence than those with the green color. You can have a moment to observe how our world looks like right now in terms of conflict and peace. We also have this problem in our world, which is the rising inequality and global peace. This is a trend that shows us there is peace inequality in the world, where the most peaceful countries and societies in the world continue to become peaceful, and those with least peaceful circumstances continue to suffer from these, and their peacefulness state deteriorates each day. So that is an alarming trend that we should be aware of and try to bridge this gap with our actions, decisions, and thinking. So what is our mission in light of what's the state of the world? The Rotary Action Group for Peace mission is to serve as a resource to the Rotary community of Rotarians, Rotary actors, Rotary Peace Fellows, interactors in any possible way to engage them, educate them, and empower them to advance peace building worldwide. We are a global network of Rotary network and community, and we aspire to empower this network to take peace action. So our three focus areas, how do we do that? We're intentional about raising the profile of peace building in Rotary and beyond, meaning that we'd like to help others think of peace as a concrete action, not just an elusive concept. And also elevate all the peace action that Rotarians already in the world are taking for peace, and help others learn and be inspired by Rotarians, whether in Rotary or beyond. The second focus is to support Rotary clubs and districts to take peace action, and that is to help them take action for peace through initiatives, through projects, through global grants, through all the venues in Rotary, and through connecting peace really to all the 7 areas of focus, because every area of focus in Rotary is advances peace, but when we connect it to peace building intentionally, we maximize peace effort. Third, provide and facilitate peace education to Rotary Network. For all the peace action in Rotary to be effective, peace education is imperative, and it's important, vital for us to bring and generate this peace action and impact on the world. So we offer peace education and also bring peace education from other vetted resources to Rotarians to be exposed to the latest tools and resources for peace building. So what is the RAG for peace? So this is our mission, this is our focus areas, but what are we? We are really a hub for peace, made of a network of a community, a growing community of members. The members of the Rotary Action Group for Peace are Rotarians and their Rotary actors, all the Rotary members really, and also peace builders who are non-Rotarians as well. And because that we want to bring Rotarians and others from the peace building community together to exchange ideas, collaborate, partner. And our growing community is in 125 plus countries as of our last report to Rotary International. I just want to add just additional information here. We are a semi-autonomous organization, meaning we are an independent organization. However, we report to Rotary International. We take our guidelines from Rotary International. We follow bylaws of Rotary International. That's why we have the Rotary name attached to our organization. And our focus is to really advance the peace area of focus in Rotary. So what does that look like in numbers when we say we are global community peace builders? If we look at the data, our members are, as of now, 5,000 in 125 nations. We have a network of peace builder clubs, and I will explain more about this in my slides, upcoming slides. But in short, peace builder clubs are Rotary clubs that focuses on peace. So we were able to cultivate about 280 clubs in 30 nations. Our social media audience as of now is about 10,000 followers, and our website visits in the last 365 days is about 46,000 visitors, which really shows us there is an interest and there is a longing for peace participation and engagement from around the world. Some of the major initiatives of the Rotary Action Group for Peace in this past Rotary year, there's many, but I'd like to highlight these. We celebrated the International Day of Peace through various events. We also conducted peace workshops and events for peace. We produced a series, educational series called Together for Peace. We've co-organized and supported the Global Cyber Peace Conference that was launched in Rotary in Turkey, Rotary 2020. And we produce monthly education and newsletters. Recently, we've conducted a virtual open house, and our last big event will be the Peace Dove Gala. I'll highlight a lot of these in detail later, following. So I'll start with the virtual open house. So what is the virtual open house as an example of our activities? The virtual open house was an 8-hour online event that brought the Rotary community and peace builders together to celebrate Rotary's birthday and also celebrate Peace Month in Rotary. We've had about 240 people register and 130 clubs, Rotary clubs were representatives, and we've had many district governors join, and we've had wonderful conversations where district governors from the Middle East, from the US, were talking about possible projects, and it was wonderful to just bring people together in one room from around the world over 8 hours. We also produced educational videos and had a great format that people just enjoyed, and they left inspired to take action for peace. As of now, we are preparing for the Peace Dove Gala, which is a celebration of the collective impact of peace action of our community of Rotarians and peace builders. We will be giving 5 awards for 5 categories. We've actually received the nominations. We've decided on the awards. They're to be announced on the day of the gala. Those categories are Rotarian, Rotary Actor, Rotary Peace Fellow, Peace Builder Club, and non-Rotarian Peace Builder. So if you, I would love to have you all join the gala. It's really a free event. You are more than welcome to sponsor or donate to support the benefit. It's a benefit, but all of people are welcome to join for free registration as well. So I encourage you to go to the Rotary Action Group for Peace website, learn about the gala, and RSVP ASAP. This is a third example of one of the workshops that we've conducted in the cyber conference in Rotary, which is focused on social media as a platform for peace. This workshop is designed specifically for youth who really use social media all the time. And the goal of the workshop is to help youth understand that social media is an extension of self, and help them learn how to become peace influencers. We have all sorts of influencers around the internet, fashionistas and all kinds, but we don't have enough peace influencers on the internet. So we wanted to share with them how to become peace enablers, not deteriorating and think about how they can encourage peace building and bring understanding and support and elevate positive peace in social media, and think about social media as an extension of self that could have an impact on the world. So this workshop was conducted in Turkey, and we are currently planning on working actually with District 7030, which is the Caribbean. That district is fascinating. They have 17 countries in their district. They will bring their youth and Rotary actors and interactors to join this workshop and take action for peace through education. The Activate Positive piece is a workbook that we produced for the Rotary Convention 2019 in Hamburg. It was presented there. And we also presented it at the Geneva Peace Week at the United Nations. We were, after the convention, we were invited to present this. I had the honor to present it to over almost 100 UN representatives and peace builders, leaders of global peace organizations and NGOs around the world. And what is amazing about this is that Rotary, the essence of this Activate Positive Peace workbook is that Rotary is the teacher of peace in the world, because we are utilizing 8 examples of Rotary projects around the world. And we're teaching peace leaders about how Rotarians are bringing peace to our world by connecting their projects in all the, at the time, there were 6 areas of focus into the 8 positive pillars. And the 8 positive pillars, I'm sorry, this one is not clear. But I can go around and these positive pillars were also a framework that is produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace that I mentioned earlier. And they act as a way to measure peace and how can we approach peace proactively. How can we be able to produce peace and not just react to conflict. So we can do that in 3 aspects, in 8 aspects. So well-functioning government, equitable distribution of resources, free flow of information, good relations with neighbor, high levels of human capital, acceptance of the rights of others, low levels of corruption, sound business environment. As you can see, Rotarians have done work around the world that addresses each one of these 8 pillars. And the workbook is available on the Rotary Action Group for Peace website, and we encourage our members to read it and be inspired by their fellow Rotarians and their projects around the world. A third, or I don't know if this is 4th project, another project of the Rotary Action Group for Peace is the Together for Peace webinar series. This series was produced immediately after the COVID shutdown, and it was a way for us to let everyone know that peace is a priority for us as Rotarians. There was the health crisis with COVID-19, but we couldn't separate the health crisis from the peace building aspects. So we utilized the RAG as a platform to educate our audience and expand our education to a wider audience as well, utilizing social media. All these episodes are available on the YouTube. And I will share with you some of the impact and the concrete examples in this series. So we've had in the first 26 in the last Rotary year, 2 seasons, where we've had 26 episodes, 26 guests, 26 powerful conversations. We've had 100+ calls to action throughout the season 1 and 2. We've had in the first 6 months 30,000+ views on social media. We've had 25,000+ minutes viewed on Facebook. Our viewership were from 45+ nations, and our guests were diverse, representing from over nations, serving projects in over 30 countries. And the campaigns that we've held in that interview series addressed racial justice, COVID-19 response, environmental sustainability, women's rights, human trafficking, philanthropy, religious freedom, homelessness, and much more. Some of the organizations that we've collaborated with to conduct this series and the guests who were representing those topics are experts from various impressive organizations such as United for Change, Destiny Rescue, Clean Water for All, Rotary International, We've had multiple Rotary leaders from Rotary International and Rotary Foundation. Also, we've had actually the founder of the Institute for Economics and Peace, Steve Kelley, and others from there as well. So here's some of those organizations, FYI. So this is our another very, very major program at the Rotary Action Group for Peace, and it's the Peace Builder Clubs. And that is really the program where we would like Rotary clubs to bring intentional focus on peace inside their Rotary Club, and discuss peace education, discuss projects for peace, help convene communities, come together for peace action. As I mentioned earlier, we exist in we have 280 Peace Rotary clubs in about 30 nations. And this map here shows where they exist, and they will be pinned on the map. So once a Rotary club joins this network through submission of an application, they will be pinned on this Rotary map and will be recognized. They would also receive a certificate. This certificate to recognize their efforts towards world peace and Rotary. So how can you become a Peace Rotary Club? I encourage you all to go to the Rotary Action Group for Peace.org. You can take a picture of this slide. You can read the Peace Builder standards and resources available on our websites. The standards is really for the Rotary Club to maximize peace impact in all the 7 areas of focus, and bring and promote peace in your Rotary Club, in your Rotary district, and in all occasions. And I feel that you already are doing a lot of that work and intending to do a lot of that work. Submit the application. It's also available on the website to our email contact at rotariansforpeace.org. And we will process your application, have you recognized on our map, and receive your certificate. Once you join as a Peace Builder Club, what happens in terms of peace action? We would like for you to I believe you are a Peace Builder Club already. You are joined. So we would like you to join the Facebook group, and so you are already, you've done 1 and 2. So now you are at 3, hopefully. Please read the Activate Positive Peace workbook, learn about Positive Peace Academy. I would like to highlight Positive Peace Academy. It is a resource that was produced by the Institute for Economics and Peace and Rotary International, available for Rotarians to learn about the pillars I mentioned in depth and all the framework for positive peace. That Rotary and John Hugo at several occasions in several conventions mentioned that there's power, Rotarians have power to advance positive peace in the world. Third, we would love to have you subscribe for our monthly newsletter to receive the latest news and stories and education that we provide on a monthly basis. Read the Peace Builder Club Primer. That's another educational resource that would help you think about peace as individuals of the club and as a club, as a collective. After you do all this education, you can also do it simultaneously as you're thinking about your next peace project. And we would be happy to promote your peace project on our page. So we hope that you submit your peace project once you conceptualized and decided on when. We would be happy to promote it. And then we encourage you to engage Rotary Peace Fellows. You just engaged me. There's about over 1,000 Peace Fellows around the world. We encourage you to reach out to the Rotary Peace Fellowship Alumni Association in Rotary. And once you decide on a project, let's say in Kenya, you can ask Rotary International to introduce you to a Rotary Peace Fellow from Kenya, who can help enlighten your framework of action and plan, or help in any way they can, maybe even connect you with the right people, and help you also probably apply for a global grant. So I encourage you to take advantage of all these resources as you develop your peace action. Also, there's the Rotary Action Group for Peace, as I mentioned earlier, is a membership organization. So we believe everyone is a peace builder, and everyone has a role to play to advance peace. So we are a global network, and we hope that you join us individually as well. And here's the membership details. For 1 year Rotarian is $50. As of now, we have a very special offer for Rotary Act, and it's only for $5 because we would like to see more Rotary actors come and engage in our efforts. So if you know of any Rotary actors, please let them take advantage of this reduced rate. We also have membership for Rotary Peace Fellows at $15 per year. So in summary, my call to action for you today is on how we can grow peace together. First is to join the Rotary Action Group for Peace. You already are joined as a club, and you also as members can join. Become a Peace Builder Club. You already have that. Watch and join Together for Peace that I mentioned. Read the Rag for Peace newsletters. They're available on the website. Participate in Rag of Peace, the Peace Dove Gala upcoming June 30th. You can mark your calendar and start your next peace project. I'd like to end with peace inspiration. This is a quote that I appreciate by Marianne Williamson, who said, "In every community, there's work to be done. In every nation, there are wounds to heal. In every heart, there is the power to do it." So thank you for listening to me, and I'm happy to take any of your questions. Oh.
My name is Bob Sellinger, and I'm very familiar with the peace projects because I have two very good friends, Mark Zober in Israel and Drake Zimmerman in the United States, who are active in projects that are cross-border in Israel and in the West Bank and in Gaza, where Rotary clubs in Israel, Rotary clubs in the West Bank, and Rotary clubs in Gaza are working together to bring peace. One of the projects is a summer camp for kids that are Israeli and kids that are Arab from the West Bank and from Gaza that meet for 3 weeks, and they have a interaction and peace building, and they do that every year, and that's sponsored by the Rotary Club of Naperville, Illinois. And then there's another project that is sponsored by a number of clubs that makes olive oil, and they sell olive oil, peace olive oil, at the Rotary Convention that is made on the West Bank by Rotaractors and Rotarians to raise funds for peace. And then there are many cross-border projects, and in light of all the hysteria that's going on right now in the Middle East, it's hard to believe, but there are approximately 10 cross-border projects, medical projects, between Israel and the West Bank and Gaza to provide medical services, doctors, and equipment to those areas, sponsored by Rotary clubs in both countries and supported financially by clubs in the United States. I think this is a great way for our club to participate in peace building by helping these cross-border medical projects continue in places like the Middle East and of course in Africa. Thank you.
Robert, for sharing. I would like to know, I'm not aware of a Rotary Club in Gaza, but I would like to know that information if you have it, because I'm aware there are 4 Rotary clubs in the Palestinian territories. I'm not aware there's a Rotary Club in Gaza. So if I am not up to date, I would enjoy learning about that. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Reem, I have a question for you. Just could you elaborate on maybe 1 or 2 projects that have been really meaningful, whether they're local, here in the United States or maybe international, that have been peace based or through the Peace Builders Club organization?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is a great question, Ben. So our Peace Builder clubs are amazing. They do the work. We just are here to support them. They're the amazing implementers of peace action. So one of the projects that I can share is between the Rotary Club of La Paz in Bolivia and the Rotary Club of Taos, New Mexico. They were focused on addressing domestic violence and the generational poverty for women who live in Bolivia, who used to work in the mining industry and are exposed to really harsh circumstances. They collaborated with a Rotary Peace Fellow from Bolivia, Jimena Morello, and Jimena's organization is United for Change. So that is a great example of how Rotarians utilize the knowledge and the network of a Peace Fellow and her organization and connected and collaborate on a global grant between two different clubs to address domestic violence through economic development. So the solution they offered was economic development for these women, teaching them skills on small business, and utilized small grants to help them start and sustain their business. The other example I can give of District 5100, that's actually my district and the pioneering district of the Peace Builder Clubs. Once there's a population of populated number of Peace Builder Clubs in a region, you can actually start collaborating in very innovative ways. So the network of the district of the Peace Builder Clubs acted as a host families for an organization who brought Cyprus, children in Cyprus, from youth in Cyprus from the Turkish side and the Greek side. Cyprus is divided because of their history, and the young people were able to meet together and live together under the Rotary supervision and with the guidelines of the organization. I believe it's called a Cyprus Friendship Program. I can verify that. So they brought the kids to the US and in a summer camp, and they were able to get to know each other, humanize one another, and learn leadership skills and dialogue. So now the program is expanding to host Palestinian and Israeli youth as well. The third project that I can share is from Germany, Bornheim Rotary Club, who addressed the integration of refugees from Syria in various initiatives, but one initiative that comes to mind is they are working on a global grant to help children who arrive unaccompanied to be integrated into the German society with dignity and education, and be empowered to have the protection and positive contribution and fulfill their human potential. They also trained youth from Syria who are immigrants to learn about the democratic systems in Germany and have a meaningful way of contributing to the German society, given there was tension between the wave of immigrants and refugees and Europe. So that was their intentional action on that.
Well, thank you, Reem, and thank you very much for your time today. And for the members, if you even Google her name with those different programs she had, you have some very interesting speakers on there. So I encourage you guys to, again, I'll get the link, but even if you Google Reem, they will come up on the YouTube and the podcast that you have. So we look forward to updating you on what we do for our Peace Builder project. And again, know that you'll be there to support, and appreciate you sharing with us today. And I'll pass it over to Ben.
Thanks very much, Nicole. It was an interesting program. And Reem, thanks for taking time to be with us. And you gave us some things to think about: peace action, talking to peace fellows in our area or in the area that we may want to do service, whether it's here in Arizona or maybe sometime an international project that we hope to be involved with. So thank you very much. As we move forward, and by the way, Reem, I know you offered to stay in the room for a few minutes after we conclude in just a minute. If anyone has any specific questions, we can address them at that point. Mesa, this year our club's focus is membership, service, and we wanted to make sure that we always remember we're a 100-year club and we want to celebrate that. So those are our areas of focus: cultivate membership, support community, and youth service. Today was our 51st virtual meeting. And hey, we have next week to look forward to: economic development in Mesa, the next 3 years with Bill Jevgeniak. And then following that, May 26th, we're dark. So it's our holiday, Memorial Day. But we'll be back on the 2nd of June. That program has a theme around the CIA. I'm not allowed to tell you any more about it at this point, but maybe next week we can share a little bit more. So stay tuned. Today is a great meeting. We had a chance to reach out to someone that we wouldn't typically be able to speak with right here in Mesa, and they zoomed into our meeting. So thanks again, Reem. Today's off to a good start, but it's not over. Let's go out and make today outstanding, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.